I'll make it right. There's a terrific cardboard, a favorite winter coat, this fever in my brain. I see your kids in the street, without enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see it?
I get paid handsome sums of money for stripping people of their superegos. I get paid for making people feel that no matter how important they think they are, they really aren't very important at all. In short, I get paid for making people feel like crap. I get paid for taking them south of where they live, so to speak. I break them down, then I build them up, just never quite to the place they were before they came to me. And I do it with relish. An innate sense of purpose, insight. I do it with precision. And after all, I've got to feed my ego, haven't I? I'm important too. Don't I actually make a difference? Good morning.
Morning. Morning.
Now, the only formal part of the next 60 hours we'll be spending together happens at the beginning of our session and at the end. Now, as I call your name, please stand. Tell us who you work for and briefly tell us what you do. Let's see here. Kenny Dole.
That's Kenneth, though. Kenneth. K-E-N-N-E-T-H. And I prefer to say it, thank you. Look, people, if it appears as though I have a case of attitude, it's because I do. You see, my desk is piled to the ceiling with work, and my boss sends me to some hokey, interpersonal awareness candy shop. Yeah, you people think my work's gonna take care of itself while I'm gone? Well, it's not. It's gonna be right there when I get home.
Who do you work for, Mr. Dole?
Bird Electric. I'm an engineer. I've got 12 people. You know, I sort of figure them as my disciples.
Oh, really? Then that would make you their Jesus, huh?
You don't hear me, lady.
Well, one would think that at least one of the 12 would think enough of you to see to it that your work is taken care of while you're out of the office this week, huh?
Yeah. One would think so. But you know what? It's not easy being irreplaceable. I mean, it's a painstaking, well-paying job. But somebody's got to do it.
Let's see. Marlena Esprit. Oh, that's a pretty name.
Oh, thank you. Let's see. I work for Will Enterprises, a marketing firm. I'm an assistant vice president. I have 8 people report to me, and I'm the...
Boom!
Stanley Johnson.
As Ms. Simpkin mentioned, my name is Stan Johnson. I'm a city councilman serving the 5th District of Compton.
Excuse me there, Mr. Johnson, but does that make you a Democrat or Republican?
Frankly, sir, it makes me an American.
Yep, I knew it. Republican, we got conflict here.
No problem, Mr. D. Not very hard to see where Mr. Dole is coming from.
And where's that?
You obviously crave attention.
Let's be careful now, all right? You don't want to say something we'll be sorry for, okay?
Edwina Beard. Edwina's the missing one. Supposed to be 6 of you, nice and symmetrical. Well, I guess we'll have to just make a break.
Sorry, I'm late. I had a hard time catching a taxi from the airport. I applied to the car, but they told me I didn't make a reservation. Can you believe that? I mean, that's hard to believe, because I know I made a reservation. Well, what I mean is I know my secretary made a reservation. Okay, I don't actually know that she made the reservation. What I mean is she told me that she made the reservation. It's so hard to get good help these days. Don't I know you? You look just like somebody I know.
I doubt it very seriously.
Edwina, why don't you stand and tell us who you work for and a little bit about what you do.
Let's see, I'm a systems programmer with Northrop. And no, I'm not going to talk about the stealth bomber before the week is over. I love Magic Johnson, but when it really comes down to it, I'm a Boston Celtics fan. But you know what's really weird? Today was the first day I have ever been on a plane. I mean, I work for a company that puts thousands of planes in the sky. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I was actually in the air. I mean, it's one thing to say a plane on paper, but I mean, I was flying. Look at me, I'm just running up to the mountain.
Oh, shit.
Shelley Emerson?
Yes. My name is Shelley Emerson.
Oh, I'm sorry, one more thing.
All right.
I think I'm going to take the bus back to Los Angeles.
There's a bus stop right outside, all right?
Fine, Edwina. You don't know how well that makes me feel.
Now, Miss Emerson.
Are you done, Edwina?
Yes.
My name is Shelley Emerson. I work for Security Pacific National Bank, where I'm an assistant vice president in the auditing group. As you all can see, I can't see. I was born blind.
Well, how many people do you have reporting to that, though?
I have 4 direct reports, 23 overall. And I might add that unlike most of you who were forced to attend this workshop, I volunteered. I feel like I have some problem areas in my personality I need to work on.
Well, whoop-de-doop-de-doo.
Well, I'm sorry if I offended you, Mr. Dole. I didn't mean anything by it.
You know what sounds like a personal problem?
Take it easy, she's blind.
Please, sir, I can take care of myself. Aren't I always have?
Why don't you introduce yourself while you're standing, sir?
Very well. My name is Humphrey Lockhead, and I work.
What did he say? He's already headlocked. I'm sorry, look, man. Your name leaves you wide open. Now, please do, all right? Headlock.
I work for Lawson and Associates, where I'm a technical consultant writer. Recently promoted to manager, and I have 5 reports.
Thank you.
You don't make that sense.
Thank you, Mr. Lockhead. All right. Now, as I said earlier, the only formal part of the next 60 hours is at the beginning and the end. Now, I am merely here to help facilitate. Now, with that said, I'll just sit down.
Excuse me, Teach. When do you start facilitating?
What do you mean?
I mean, what happens next?
Well, what do you want to happen next?
What do I want to happen next? What the hell is this, jury duty or something?
I served in jury duty once. It really isn't as boring as some people think it is. I found it somewhat exciting, seeing the legal system at work and all.
We're all fortunate to live in a country with the best, by gosh, legal system on the planet.
Maybe that's why our system puts more people in jail.
You know, I think you're onto something there. Thank God for jails, huh?
Miss Simpkin, may we smoke? Not that I need to smoke. It's such a disgusting habit. But I figure since I can stop whenever I get ready to stop, what's the sense of stopping even if it is a disgusting habit? Well?
Well, what? I'm sorry, you lost me. What do you... What?
Maybe smoke.
Oh. Well, I don't know. Perhaps that should be up to the group. And the key word there is perhaps.
What do you mean?
Well, Edwina, I'm not prepared to make that decision for the rest of the group.
I'll hold out as long as I can.
Okay.
Such a disgusting habit. Do we get breaks?
It's up to the group. You see, basically we're stipulated to put in 60 hours over the course of the week. And as a group, you can break it up any way you like. Oh, and while we're on stipulations, why don't we try and stay away from discussions of religion? Because they really are time-consuming and they lead nowhere.
I've read a lot of good books about these marathons from this paper, and I really enjoyed the article they had in the last month's magazine.
Oh, thank you.
Well, basically, I enjoyed the tone of your article. Just the right pitch, as tones go. Well, anyway, not to change subject, but this fellow who manages the same division I do, he came to one of your sessions, and it really helps managerial skills.
Oh, really?
Well, I'm not saying it turns him into a po' boy or anything. But he certainly makes it easier to work with. All of us people think so.
So what?
Excuse me.
So what, lady? I mean, so what if sometimes your job is so much easier to... I mean, who cares if some joker at your job is a lot easier to work with?
I care. After all, I mean, we all have some problem or another that we need to work on. That's why we're all here. At least that's why I'm here.
You don't say.
Listen, Dole, just because you don't want to be here is no reason to take it out on the rest of us who don't want to be here.
Thank you.
Not that I don't want to be here. I'm paying for this out of my own pocket.
You know, you're breaking my heart.
Are we all black? You know, it just sounds like we're all black.
Well, I am. Now, I don't know about the rest of the people in this room. All depends on what you call black.
Yes, Zellie, we're all black.
Thank you, Mr. Lockhead.
Call me.
Call him headlock.
What difference does it make whether we're all black or not?
Yes, people are people.
Oh, no, believe me, it does make a difference.
Well, you have the floor, Shelley.
Well, how many of these interpersonal awareness workshops do you conduct in a year, Miss Simpkin?
About 40 in groups of 6 to 10 people.
And what percentage of them are black?
About 10 or 15%.
Well, you see, this is unusual, all of us being black.
Well, hold on a minute here. Look, listen up now. I'm getting ready to say something profound. I mean, we're all black. But are we all black?
Wait a minute. Now, I think I hear what you're saying. Now, what I'm hearing is, you're a man, but are you a man? Is that what you're saying?
What's your name, Shelley?
Yeah.
All right. You got me. What can I say?
Exactly what are you trying to say, Mr. Dole?
All right, listen, true, all right? There are 7 black professionals in this room, but I don't know. I smells myself a nigger.
Hold it, Dole. Now, I see where you're taking this, and I'm not sure I want to go there. I'm not sure any of us want to go there.
You know, you're getting a little offensive there, Brother Johnson. Look, I hope I didn't step on a nerve or something.
I haven't the slightest idea what you mean.
Well, let's see, guys. I can sort of help out. Wasn't that you I saw this morning at the airport?
Oh, I get the feeling the rest of us are missing something here.
I think Mr. Dole has a problem with the fact that I'm married to a Caucasian. He and I flew here to San Francisco on the same airline. My wife, Veronica, saw me off at the airport.
Very perceptive there, Johnson. Today, city councilman. Tomorrow, Mayor Stanley.
Does that present a problem for you, Mr. Dole?
Wait a minute, now look, I knew you people would take this wrong, and I mean all wrong.
You know, what difference does it make whether Mr. Johnson's wife is red, blue, or green? My God, we are living in the 90s, for Christ's sake.
Sure, I mean, it's nobody else's business but his. Unless, of course, he chooses to make it everybody else's business.
Now, I would like for Mr. Dole to answer my question. Is that a problem for you?
Listen, lady, why should I have a problem with who this man chooses to be his lifelong mate? Hell, I ain't gotta live with him.
You know something, Mr. Dole? You've got some nerve. I mean, how rude. How utterly rude of you.
Look, lady, I am sorry, okay? Look, I didn't mean anything by it, all right? So sue me, all right? Look, I am bored, all right? And I am facing another 60 hours of boredom. So, hell, you people can expect a lot worse from me. So what? The man's married to a white woman. Big deal. Look, I didn't mean anything by it. I just thought, make interesting conversation.
Well, I sense that I know Mr. Johnson so much better just by knowing what he's married to. I'm sorry, Mr. Johnson. I didn't mean that's the way it sounded now. What I meant was that it just says something about a person, their marriage partner, that is.
Well, what does it say about me? My husband is white. What's your sense about me?
Aren't we getting a bit too personal?
Yeah, Miss Tiffany, I think we're getting way too personal.
What's the matter with you, headlock? You married to a damn animal?
You're gonna call me headlock one time, too, man.
And then what?
Well, you're just gonna call me headlock.
But again, I mean, this is the purpose of these seminars, getting personal.
Exactly. I would love to know what Shelley senses about me.
Do you really want to hear this?
Oh, fine, off and ready. I really would like to hear that.
All right. Well, I sense that you're very well to do.
Okay, so I live in Malibu, and I drive a Porsche. But I wouldn't exactly call myself very well to do. Just extremely upper middle class.
You're very well educated.
Big deal, big deal. I have a doctorate. I earn my living in a completely different field. Although, there's been some talk about my case being published.
And my sense is that you're a phony.
Because you're phony. We got conflict here, finally. Woo, loaded.
Phony, Miss Emerson?
Yes, you just don't come across as real, Marlene. May I call you Marlena?
Of course. But isn't that a pretty strong conclusion to draw on someone you just met, sweetheart?
Well, dearie, I guess it's something that I hear in your voice. You know, actually, it sounds contrived to me, your voice. Actually, it started bothering me the moment I heard you speak, and I'm not usually wrong about these things.
Now, hold on there, Shelley, now. Now, I'm with Marlena here. You know, Marlena, truly, you know, I don't think you're phony. Not you, never in a million years. Plastic, maybe.
I don't believe this guy.
Look, Marlena, look, I hope I haven't hurt your feelings. I never do that intentionally.
Oh, no problem. I asked you what your sense of me was, and you told me.
So, Marlena, tell me, does color make a difference in your marriage?
Not if you're married for love.
Would you mind expanding on that a little
Well,
more?
that's all. I don't think it matters if you're married for love. My husband and I are very much in love.
But Mrs. Street, does it matter, or does color matter if one marries to get ahead?
I wouldn't know that, Mr. Lucky.
Well, maybe Stan Johnson can answer that question.
Listen, Lockheed, you keep your nose out of my personal life.
Wait a minute. Do you two know one another?
Humphrey Lockheed has been a thorn in my side for years. He calls himself an activist, but the man is clearly a racist.
But I don't have to take that from you,
I
Johnson.
tell you what, let's just drop it, huh? Can we please move on to something else, Miss Cynthia? Can we please?
Well, I suppose we can. But this really presents a problem. One of the strongest tenets that I base these sessions on is that none of the participants know one another. Well, you certainly have gotten awfully quiet, Mr. Dole.
I can't win with you people, can I? Huh? You hate me because I talk too much, now you hate me because I'm too quiet.
No one hates you, Mr. Dole. We just don't like you. No, I'm sorry. Seriously. You know something? I think you're kind of cute.
Well, thank you. Now, see, that's a woman who knows talent when she sees it.
Oh, no. Here's it, baby. Here's it.
Don't tell him that. His head is big enough as it is.
I don't know, people. You know, I find this little interplay between Headlock here and Johnson. You know, I find it a little interesting. I think you stepped on the man's toes there, Blockhead.
Let's talk about why everybody's here. I mean, my company's shelling out $5,000 for this thing, and I want to get my money's worth. So let's talk about something of importance, something of significance.
Okay.
Yo, let's gossip. Did y'all see all my children?
Well,
Wait a
Me. But we will not discuss soap operas, and we won't gossip in here.
Thank you.
My goodness. Now, Mr. Blockhead. must have some idea.
Rage is what brought me here. Rage. Well, I guess you could say I'm consumed by it. It's the problem that $75,000 a year doesn't quite seem to wash away. The problem that my Mercedes with its dark tint windows cannot completely shield. The problem that only makes me only so comfortable.
Hold on a minute. You asked the man a question, he says he's not sure. What is this, a prepared statement? He goes on like a babbling brook. Come on, man, please.
Mr. Lockhead, what are you so enraged about? Do you want to talk about it?
I'm enraged because I see my people going to the dogs. That's why I'm here this simple. Because it seems no matter how well things are going for me, I'm bound to catch a brother walking down the street with a purple plastic bag on his head, sporting a chicken bone and a beaver.
Oh, boy. That's heavy. Kind of poetic.
This boy is weak.
Hold it. If anyone wants to walk down the street with a plastic purple bag on his head, oh, Lord, he and I have absolutely nothing in common.
You honestly think the chairman of the board can draw a distinction, man? Wake up.
Oh, my God. Another Vietnam vet. Agent Orange strikes again.
Look at him, he's a bigger ass than you.
You know, you are correct, Mr. Stan Johnson. It is true. You are 100% correct. I am an ass. Ass isn't what I thrive for, baby. That never-ending search for ass. It is the American woman.
Oh, God, you're funny.
Somebody get this woman a sedative.
Why do I need a sedative? My sorry, just because I find Mr. Dole somewhat amusing, I need a sedative.
Look, let's stop throwing flowers. It gets to the substance here.
Oh, I bet Mr. Lockhead you would rather we debate the pros and cons of a 1992 Jesse Jackson presidential bid.
What's the matter with that?
Oh, don't make me throw up.
Hey, Johnson, let's talk about what you're doing for the poor people of Compton.
There are no poor people in Compton, Mr. Lockhead. You know that. You've lived there for years. And I don't like your insinuation.
Spree, now when was the last time you drove south on Pacific Coast, huh?
That's none of your damn business.
Oh, my God, I don't believe it. I finally met a man who's a bigger ass than me. Only in America, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the one, the only Mr. Humphrey Blockhead.
Damn it, Joe, you must have drove
Well, let's get busy, all right? Let's get busy, all right? You don't have to rearrange your skull at that table. See, first of all, the headlock. I am bigger than you. I am faster than you. I've even been known to fight dirty, so let's get busy.
Hazel, has there ever been an actual fight in one of these marathons?
Funny you ask, Shelley, all the time, but it's usually the women.
Thank you.
Oh, she's lying.
Joe, look. Sorry, all right? I got carried away, man.
He said he was sorry.
And lady, why don't you shake hands with him, all right? Look, man, you don't go off on me, all right? Because I hurt somebody up in here. You hear me?
Damn, things sure heat up fast around here.
We sure do. Don't forget about him, Humphrey. If that's the way he wants to be.
Yeah. You know, people are just as I see. My people going down the tube. Gangs, drugs, crack, crime going out of control. People, I just feel like I should be doing so much more, that's all.
Lockhead, you're a volunteer for the Salvation Army, and you picket Compton City Hall every other weekend. Why don't you just try calming down, for heaven's sake? Move to the valley.
Look, you can't keep on taking on the weight of an entire race of people. You just can't do it.
Look, we've all got ours. All of us do. Now, does it mean we turn our backs on the people who don't? Now, does it? Well?
What is this man talking about? I didn't come here to be preached to. And I'm not about to let this little militant man put a guilt trip on me. My mortgage is due and payable every first of the month. This is not a question of black or white. Green is the only color that matters.
Oh, my God.
I'm afraid Mrs. Lockhead is completely off base. The opportunities are there for the people who are willing to make the effort.
Is that what you did, Councilman? Did you make the effort?
You're damn right I made the effort, buddy, and I continue to do so. My wife is living proof of just how big and that's what I make. Must have married the ugliest woman in California. But I'm talking about political expediency here, Lockhead. I'm talking about financial security. I'm talking about making the moves to get what you want out of life. I married a woman who had the contacts. A woman who had a vision of what I could become. So what if we stand out in airports?
Come on, honey. Let's go to dinner. Come on, dinner. Come on, dinner.
Stan! Look, may I call you Stan? Are you telling us that you married for the sole purpose of getting ahead? Are you telling us that your wife bought you?
That's a fair question, Mr. Johnson.
Lock, stock in the city councilman's seat.
Oh.
That's right, I'm running for mayor next year.
Oh, deplorable. I think this man's actions are utterly deplorable.
No, that comes later, after I'm elected. I plan on divorcing Veronica.
Oh, man. Oh,
The woman is 12 years older than me. Well, I've given her the best 10 years of my life.
are you sure those were your best years, Mr. Johnson?
So save the editorializing, Lockheed. Opportunity is all around us. We live in a country where all you have to do is reach out and take control of your life.
You really believe that, don't you?
Yes, and why shouldn't I? And I'm willing to bet that everyone else in the room, other than yourself, believes the same.
Emerson.
I'm living proof. A blind black broad with 24 people reporting to me.
Hey, look, man, the opportunity's out there, right? I mean, how else could an asshole like me get ahead?
Oh, you shouldn't even have to ask me.
Miss Simpson.
Oh, no comment. I'm just here to facilitate.
The hell you are!
Come on, Humphrey, you're giving me a headache.
I want to hear what Miss Simpson has to say about all this.
I said no comment, Mr. Lockheed.
I'm still waiting, Miss Simpson. We're talking about some very relevant things here. We are.
Look, I have nothing to say.
Hold on a minute, man. Look, far be it that Headlock and I'd agree on anything, but I think the lady doctor's going to have to do a little bit more and just sit back and write that pad as though we were a bunch of damn guinea pigs.
Right about that.
Exactly.
Oh, really, Mr. Jones? Well, I have already outlined what my role is to be in these sessions, and I'm not about to change for you or anyone like you. Have I made myself clear?
No, wait a minute, man. Now, look, this is not business as usual. Now, look around you. Look around you. Now, there's something special going on here. There's enough talent in this room to put a man on the moon, for Christ's sake.
Mr. Lockheed.
What?
Excuse me. You know, Miss Simpkin here is a professional. She has said she has nothing to say. Leave it the hell alone.
I agree with Marlena. Can't we have a discussion without everybody getting so heated up?
Oh, yeah, but is it fair for Miss Simpkin to sit there cool, calm, and collected while we're at one another's throats?
Thank you.
If that's what she's paid to do.
Let her speak for herself.
Look, there is nothing to say. I am running this session, period. End of conversation. Now, Mr. Lockheed, perhaps I should make you aware of the fact that my participation in these sessions will be restricted to the periphery. Okay? In other words, leave me out of it. I'm not the focus of this group, but rather the agent by which the group may be helped to focus.
Maybe you should get out. I mean, what the hell good are you anyway?
Get on with your bad self.
Mr. Lockheed, if you insist on disrupting this marathon, maybe you should get out.
Now, wait a minute. Now, he's not disrupting anything here.
Oh, he has to. The man obviously has a chip on his shoulder, and he's had it ever since he walked into this room.
That's the truth.
I'm still waiting, Miss Simpson. We're talking about opportunity here.
No, you were talking about opportunity, Mr. Lockheed. I'm talking about having you thrown out of here.
You know, I think Miss Simpkin done lost her little cool.
Well, if Humphrey Lockhead goes, then I go.
Oh, God, it's so obvious. She wants to get in the man's fan.
What are you talking about?
I'm not going anywhere, all right? Look, all I know is this is a golden opportunity to put some ideas together, people. Ideas reach beyond this room. We have a responsibility. You have a responsibility, Miss Simpson.
What is wrong with you, Mr. Lockheed? I have already told you, leave me out of it.
The man has obviously been reading Louis Farrakhan literature.
Because all I know is our community is crying out for help. And I'm not going to let this opportunity pass without taking a stand for something.
That's
easy for you to say here on the 5th floor of the Hyatt Regency. How ridiculous.
Well, that's exactly my point. Now, who better than we with our exposure? Come on, people. Come on, Mr. I need some feedback here.
Mr. Lockett, please! I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Oh, God. Already, I had taken 20 pages of notes. Now, it was quite a coincidence, all of us black. I mean, I'd never before had more than 2 or 3 blacks in any of my group sessions. Things were sure to heat up. There was enough ego in here to cover the Great Wall of China with graffiti. Mine was right out there in front. But batting in the cleanup position was Kenny Dole. Now, he was clearly the home run hitter of the group.
What's wrong with one's loving? I mean, it's a God-given right. At least it was last time I checked. You know, marriage at this stage in my career is totally out of the question. You know, I mean, why make one woman unhappy when I can make so many women happy? That's
Now, his counterpart was Marlena Esprit.
I've got looks, I've got brains, I've got money, and I'm willing to cheat. It's no wonder my boss is intimidated by my own presence. So is my boss.
Next up, Stan Johnson.
My God, I'm unhappy. They hate me down at City Hall. That's why I'm here. This is the closest I'll ever get to therapy. With the election coming up, I'm going to have to make decisions. Veronica has become a liability. Besides that, I hate her guts. These people don't have to know that.
Now enter Shelley Emerson. Now, she had my vote as having the strongest constitution. You know, the most stable internal government.
I believe in doing my thinking out loud. If something is worth thinking, it's worth saying. You've got to understand that my modality is sound, music, words, the musical rhythm of words. Words take care of me. They always have. But I expect a lot of myself, and I expect a lot from others.
Boys seem to get me into trouble. They say I talk too much, but I'm starting to get a handle on the amount of talking that I do. My boss thinks that this marathon will help me in that regard. Stuff, Mama. Christ, I feel like talking about it, but everything's so secretive.
My problem is that I've got a great deal of hostility. Therefore, everything tends to rub me the wrong way. Even my promotion. That's right, I even had a problem getting promoted. All of a sudden, I've got people reporting to me. People with problems, you know. Hell, I can't even handle my own problem. And that makes me even angry.
Can we please take a smoke? I need a break. I mean, can we take a break? I need to smoke. Not that I need to smoke. I'm not hooked on cigarettes and things. I can stop whenever I get ready to stop. It's just I feel wise stuff as long as I know I can stop whenever I get ready to stop. Then stopping really isn't a necessity. Mrs. G, can we take a break?
My goodness, are you finished? Well, it's up to the group.
All right, listen up, group. All in favor of taking a 15-minute break, raise your hand. Very well, the ayes have it. I will see you folks.
Wait a minute, Miss Beard, one more stipulation. The only time that counts toward the 60 hours is when we're all together as a group. You're about to waste 15 minutes of everyone else's time.
Sit your narrow behind down.
Like I said, I will see you folks in 15 minutes.
I like her style. You know, I bet she stretches it to 30. Marlena, would you be a dear and take me to the little girl's room?
You mean you want the phone you all need?
Yes, I said the room.
Sure. Come along. You're welcome.
Well, Miss Simpkin, coffee on you?
Oh, it sounds good to me. And what's with this Miss Simpkins stuff? You can call me Hazel.
Okay, Hazel.
What do you mean coffee's on me? I'm not buying your coffee. Why should I buy your coffee?
I left my wallet in my room.
Karla, don't you think it's about time you grew up? I mean, these people are not in league with your brand of insanity. Don't you realize you're in this big time?
We'll just see about that, Council. We'll just see about that.